2, 3. All right. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you're watching this from. Okay. Um, Peace and greetings from an Indonesian villager to all of you. Okay. This is Denny. My name is Denny, and this is Denny the Villager, okay, channel. I'm not a native English speaker, but I like using English to communicate with other people, okay, from all over the world. And let me lift up the microphone and the camera. Oh, no. Okay. All right. And what's the word? I use this platform, okay, to practice my English, to improve and to grow. Okay. So here I ask simple questions, okay, and hopefully we can have a deeper conversation. So today, right, or tonight, okay, tonight, excuse me. Tonight, I feel like asking you guys, okay, what makes, what's the word? What makes a good person? Okay, what makes a good person? I think I'm sorry, the sound of my wife teaching online. I hope it's not disturbing you guys, okay? Well, what makes a person good? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna type it on the screen. What makes a person good? There it is. Okay, so what makes a person good? Hey, welcome, Luke. Let me check. This one. Let's see. You had some food at the Filipino cafe. It was very nice. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Filipino food. I think if I'm not mistaken, right? It's sweet. It's sweet. So if you like sweet food, you will love Filipino food. And if you like Filipino food, then you will like Indonesian food even more. Actually, you know what? Look, I'm surprised to see that you have Filipino cafe there. Okay, they like pickled vegetables. Nice, nice. I didn't know that there's a Filipino cafe there. It's nice to know that. Right, let's see. So what kind of food have you tried, look, besides Filipino restaurant, Other Asian food that you tried, or maybe another European food? I think everybody knows American food, right? KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. West African food. Okay, West African food. Yeah, I agree. Okay, I think when I was working in Taiwan, I tried what do you call it? There's one of the country in West Africa. I forgot the name of the country. Well, he said it's the west part of Africa. Um, I forgot the name of the country. But he brought some food. It was really nice. Now I'm thinking, now what is the name of the country in Africa, in western part of Africa? Uh, yes, hello Gideon. Welcome Gideon. How are you? Welcome back. Austronesians come from Taiwan originally. They still have native Taiwanese tribes. Yes, yes. No, actually, Austronesians. I think some of them come from Taiwan, right? Because I was when I was in Taiwan. No, I think like no, Taiwan is too small, to populate Australasia. Because Australasia is big, and there's a lot of. I think what's missing in the text. They are already a native people live there in the region that is now today called Australasia. So they're not exactly originally from Taiwan, and some actually migrated from China to Taiwan and then move, so and mix with the native tribes too. Because, for example, in the island of Java itself, there are tribes before the Taiwanese or the migrants, and before the migrants. Or what do you call it, before the mass migration, before the mass migration, the already people living there in Java and the surrounding islands. But I think they should add that into the textbook. There's a remnants of old pyramids, in Java, and they're still studying it now. It's called Gunung Padang. Gunung Padang. That's what boggles the archaeologists, because they check the carbon dating of the stones, over there, and it's like tens of thousands of years old. That, like, what? They're still studying it today, though. All right, Anund, welcome Anund. What is your CAGR? I have no idea what you mean, CAGR. What is that? Anund. Villagers are not good with abbreviations, What is that? H2O. I know H2O. H2O. Hey, namaste, Uttam, yes. Namaste, shalom, assalamualaikum, om santi santi om. Right, and what's the word I was going to say? This morning, but I was impressed. This morning when I went live, it's like no, not a single crazy person came to this chat room. I think that's a miracle, guys. not not a single maniac. I think Shiva would be very happy. Too bad he couldn't stay longer this morning. So that's why that made me think. Okay, you know what? Let me ask this question: what makes a person good? Because um, it was really nice. I was really peaceful this morning. Is the video titles? You think so, Luke? Could be. It could be the video title. It could be, yeah, yeah. Because in the beginning, like the title, what was it? The title said, "What is God?" And then he's inviting people. I didn't expect that. I thought in the beginning of my live streams, a few weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I thought that by talking about God, you avoid talking about religion. But I was wrong. So, I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? So much chaos. Yeah, it's like an open challenge. I think for some people, they might see it as an open challenge, but that's not, the thing is, that's not what I meant. I didn't want to challenge anybody. I, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think it was the video title. I think, but I will test it again. Maybe one of these days. I will test. With the similar title, not exactly the same title, and see. Let's test our hypothesis, guys. But not tonight. Okay. Yeah. Yep, guys. you know, um, you end up becoming an ambassador for the whole Muslim world, the Umayyad. I was. No, I don't see it that way though. I've never seen it that way, by the way. But I was it's more like confused, like what's going on here? What's wrong with these people? I said, calm down. I said, I'm not here to debate anybody. And then almost every single person like, wanted to argue with me. It's like, what? Yeah, always about the hijabs. Yes, yes. Yeah, you will see people. Yeah, I think there are people like that. I noticed that. It's the thing is there are people. I think regardless of which group, which group they belong. I think every group. What I'm trying to say is in every group, right? There are always people who what's the word? Very much obsessed on rules. Rules, 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 rules. You have to do this. You have to do that. Rules, 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 rules. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Look, if it's not me, then they will find someone else to debate with. I agree with you. This is why I feel like, okay, you know what? I wanted to make my own live stream because I look at people who are live streaming. everybody's insulting everybody. Everybody. It's like, what? I was like, everybody's insulting everybody. It's like you enter one live stream and then it's like in a what in a triad war. You end like you stuck in triad war. Yeah, it's hatred everywhere, but the good part is, right, there are many good people out there. There are people out there that you know what, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. I'm not part of it. Yeah, so I believe that. And then, yeah, I mean, look at us now. Look at this, slowly but surely. The thing is, this is just my opinion. I told this story to the other Muslims. Like, guys, I said, um, we know. Okay, I'm just sharing with you. Okay, with you guys here. So we know that the end times, that there will be an alliance between Christians and Muslims. To fight common enemy. You know, which is we call him Dajjal. But it seems like there's a systematic movement, for the last maybe 500 years, to sabotage that end time alliance. Um, from the Turkey Ottoman Empire, till today. So it seems like there's an infiltration, in the religious organization, in each, in Christianity and in Islam, and then they inserted this endless hatred, and then they tried to convince the people, each group, like, hey, you know what, the other side is a threat, and the other side is trying to hurt us. And it's like, so yeah, it seems like there's but I said I'm not gonna be part of it. I refuse to be part of it. Okay, you said in the West, all traditional religions are corrupted. Now it's all money and feel no one trusts religious authority in England anymore. Now, yeah, I understand how. I think I understand. It's not only happening. In only in that group. In the West. I think in every group. They try to corrupt the institution. They try to corrupt the institution. And here's one thing that I feel like that's the biggest one of the biggest effort to sabotage, right? One of the biggest effort to sabotage the Muslim and Christian alliance at the end times. The what's the word? The taking over of Hagia Sophia, in Turkey. That is what's the word? I think that is one of the one of the effort to sabotage that end time alliance, because from Islamic teaching, right, you are not allowed to disturb other people's place of worship. You have to protect them. It's mentioned, and you have to protect. And then I was like, why, if the command is to protect, right? So why did they take over a functioning cathedral that's been there for 1,000 years and converted it into a mosque? That is sinful, in terms of from Islamic perspective. And then until one Muslim scholar said it, like, yeah, this is sinful. This is wrong. You must not do that. You take over a functional cathedral, and then convert it into a mosque. Okay, my Turkish brothers, of course, they will be upset if they hear this. But the thing is, that's why, right? According to this, according to my teacher, there's a deep hatred, towards Muslim, in that part of Christianity, because it's an insult, and then at the end times, I think the Muslims owe an apology. The Muslims must return the Hagia Sophia to the Christian world and then apologize. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm just a villager. Yeah. They said it. Don't listen to him. He's just one of the mountain people. Yeah, the Bosnians also Muslim. In the eastern part, in the Eastern Europe, for example, there's a tremendous hatred, towards Muslim, because what the Ottoman Empire have done, in the past. And this is the thing, a lot of institutions, they claim that they're doing this for, in the name of Islam, but they're doing everything against the teaching of Islam. That doesn't make sense. And then the non-Muslims will not be able to understand, or they will think, oh well, since you said it's Islam, then it must be Islam. The Ottoman were cruel to that part of Europe. It was a long time ago, but people in that region have long memories. Yeah, exactly. Look, so that's it. I think the Muslims' responsibility. I think at the end, they have to return Hagia Sophia to the Christian world. To that part. And then apologize. Because taking over, okay, a functioning place of worship, other people's place of worship, it's a sin. Yes. There are good things also in Ottoman, but I feel like it seems like the Ottoman also had a role, you know, had a role in terms of sabotaging the end times alliance, you know. But hopefully, because there are still many good people, hopefully the prophecy will come true, that there will be an alliance. Because it makes sense. What's the word? No, okay, I shouldn't say that makes sense, but I have faith. Okay, I have that. Okay, I think that's the right word. Okay? I think I have faith. I have faith that it will happen. Okay? And then it's just I just have to be patient. You know, when there's some people come and then insulting, insult this and insult that. You know, they insult each other. So, oh boy, they dancing. You know, with the drum beat of the jada. Dancing with the drum beat that is beat by the false messiah. Okay, so my Hindu brothers probably my Hindu friends and Buddhist friends and atheist friends probably confused listening to Nuratan. What are you talking about? Hello, who's this? Oh, my eyes is not so good, guys. I need to squint my eyes several times. Okay, let me check. Maybe if I wear my glasses. Nothing. Oh, okay, nothing. Hello, welcome. Val, how are you? Vel, Vel. How are you, Vel? How are you? Where are you from, Vel, if I may ask? In that part of Europe, Muslim and Christians marry each other. It's complicated. Yeah. Yes, Vel. How are you, Vel? Ay, 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 ay. So my cat keeps meowing outside. Meow, meow. Yeah. So for those of you who just joined, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. And yeah, you guys can just say hi, okay, and have a seat and have a conversation with me and with others, okay, or you can just tell us where you're from, which country you're from, right? If you feel like you want to answer this question, you are more than welcome to answer this question, right? I have 1 hour, okay, to stay here in this live stream. 1 hour, guys. Yeah, 1 hour. I have 1 hour of yapping. No, not yapping, but just to have conversation with you guys. Okay? Or if you want to ask me anything, go ahead. You can ask me anything, guys. Okay, ask me. Ask this villager. Okay? Ask me like, what is your favorite color? Yes, yes. Look, I used to live in Taiwan for many years. It was I don't know. How was it? It was good. I think it was nice. The infrastructure is it's a first world country, but they still have they still retain the culture. That's good. What else? People, the tempo is fast there over there. Tempo is fast. Yeah, people work very fast there, and people work very hard. It's one of the places I think that I know that don't have many holidays. So when other people from other countries have holidays, they don't have holidays. Just keep working, guys. Keep working. Working is good. Yeah. And then what's the word? If you like, for example, right? Let's say there's a national holiday, maybe on Thursday, for example, right? So so what happened? The government will make the Friday, right, holiday as well, and to make it a long weekend. But the next week you have to make it up. So you have to go to work next week on Saturday to make up for that Friday. And first I was like, what? Uh, yeah, they only go with Chinese New Year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. Do you know that? See, I used to live in a city called Hsinchu. Okay, so it's one of the Silicon Valley in Taiwan, Silicon Valley of Taiwan. Do you know that people died because of exhaustion of work from work? Look over there. I mean, last month there's another person who passed away because of because of work, exhaustion from work. Okay, I don't mean to laugh about it. That's Taiwan. Same like in Japan. So, but here's the interesting part, right? The younger generation they have different attitude in Taiwan. They don't want to work that hard. They don't want to work as hard as their parents. So it seems like there's a shift of perspective in Taiwan. And so in the society of Taiwan, there's confusion, in the older generation, because now there's a transition, uh, from old generation to the young ones. The young ones question this lifestyle. They don't want to work like that. They demand balance, more balance of work and their life, personal life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's a bit extreme. You're right, look, actually. Um, but yeah, but it seems like the young generation still they're demanding, right? But as far as I know, the demand hasn't been met yet. Hasn't been fulfilled yet. So we'll see. Because they have a lot of pressure. They need to produce. So far, they feel like, oh, they have achieved something. They produce 90% of the world chips. Was produced in Taiwan. Is being not was, but is produced in Taiwan. Almost 90%, and the others are just by Samsung. By what's the word? the other companies, but yes, it was TSMC Taiwan that dominate. Hey, hello, Yum. Welcome, Yum. Doing good makes one a good person. Ah, I see, Yum. I see. Thank you, Yum, for sharing that thought. So, doing good makes one a good person. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with you. Doing good. Like maybe you can be more specific, Yum. Like what do you mean by doing good? You know. So maybe share example. Example. Dot dot dot. Okay, let me see. Can I read it now from the? Okay, now I feel better again. Sometimes I need to use my glasses. So, how's your day, Yummers? How's your day? All right, Yam says, example, being kind to each by even just smiling at the passerby. Yeah, I agree with you, Yam. Yes, 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 yes. I agree because smile, okay, is okay. I'm taking a reference from Islamic perspective again, guys. I hope it's okay with you guys. So, in Islamic perspective, smile is a charity. Yeah, it's a charity. Smile, smile is a charity. So if you don't have money, you can still smile, and that would be considered charity from Islamic perspective. From my neighbor's perspective, however, it's not enough. I need money. I feel, let me change the position here, okay, guys, and let me lift up the camera here because I feel very, yeah, what is it? Shivam. I thought it was Shivam Shahir. Nothing is enough. Yes, yes, not, it's never enough. You know, that reminds me of a story of what's the word? Prophet Moses. You know, peace be upon him. He said he asked, I think God to give the Jews a mountain of gold. I think, and then I think God says that the for the children of Adam. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. I'm paraphrasing here. I don't really remember the detail, but and then Moses was told that for the children of Adam, if they're given a mountain of gold, they will ask for a second mountain of gold. So yeah, and yeah, I think it's true. It's never like it's never enough for us. Let me adjust the camera position, guys, because I keep looking down like this, and then my neck is sore. Just give me 1 minute, okay? Let's see. Okay, let's see, guys, if this work. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh no, it's not stable. It's not stable, guys. Just give me 1 minute. Let me check. How about this? How about this one? Okay, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. How about this? Okay, this. Okay. Oh, I know. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's working. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Now I can. Oh no, guys, it's shaking. It's shaking like crazy here. Help! There you go. Still the same. Wait. It's okay. Yeah, guys, so that's the thing, you know. So what do you think, Shahir? What makes a person good? Do-do-do-do-do. Smile. What's the word? No cheating, okay? I guess, you know. Good character. What is good character? You know? What is good character? I guess patient, maybe? Patient. The person has patience, you know, honest, you know. I have this. Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, give me 1 minute. Let's see. Uh-huh. It's more like this. Why is it more not stable now? Hi, guys. I'm sorry, guys. The camera keeps shaking here. I need to move it into a better position here. This is an old camera, by the way. This is why it's shaking. It's an old camera. We call it a potato camera, you know. Potato camera. Okay, a potato phone. Because it's a potato phone. A little shake will look obvious. um, I'm gonna see. Let's see. I'm gonna add something here, okay, guys, in this one, on the sticker. Okay, like that. I'm gonna replace this, okay, and what makes a person good? Okay, but I will. This is for. Okay, let's see. Faith, good character, justice, right? Okay. Not enough characters, guys. The camera is shaking. Guys, give me 1 minute. I need to pause this live stream. Okay, the camera is almost falling here, guys. All right, let's see here. All right. I still have another 15 minutes. Okay, now, and this last 15 minutes, I'm going to uh, test this question. Okay, can a rude person be religious? All right, I think they should. I just want to throw a curveball here. Here we go. Okay, guys, brace for impact. There will be some. Brace for impact. There will be some weird people coming. But it's okay, guys. I will be here for another only like 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so it's okay. I think we can handle the chaos, right? A little bit. Okay. Hopefully, it's not gonna be that chaotic. Okay. If it's so chaotic, then I will use my magic finger. Remove, remove, remove. Okay, guys. Yeah. That's it. Ah, brace for impact, guys. the Okay, I'm gonna share with you the context here. Okay. um, from Islamic perspective, okay. Again, I keep using your Islamic perspective, not because I want to convert anybody here, guys. Okay, it's just that is my identity, my reference. So this is just my reference, okay. And then of course I will listen your point of view, okay. So I'm just sharing with you guys my point of view. So from Islamic perspective, okay, a religious person, it means is a good person. A religious person means a person with humility, so a person with humility and would not be arrogance. A person with humility will not be insulting, go out there insulting people. So that's my argument. Not my argument, but this is my personal view. Okay. So from that perspective, I would say a rude person is not a religious person. So if a person claims to be religious and rude, but rude at the same time, that means that person didn't understand the teaching of that religion. I think it's safe here. This question is safe for 20 minutes. Okay. So brace for impact. But I think this is a valid question, right, guys? Can a rude person be religious? Um, this question is should be asked, in congregation, in conversation. I bet for some people said, "Yep, of course you can do anything." Now, there you go, Turk. Yeah, welcome, RPY, Harsh and Turk. So I still have 20 more minutes, guys, to be here. Okay. So yes, rude people can be religious. Okay, okay. Are you sure, Turk? I don't. I'm not sure if it's if that's the case. Because religion teaches people, to be humble, to have good characters. So a rude person doesn't have that character, doesn't have that humility. You see those people. Yeah, 'cause yeah, I hear you. I hear it. I believe you. I believe you. You've seen those people. I think they claim to be religious, but if they don't have that humility, then they misunderstood the teaching of the religion. That's just my point of view. All right. Harsh asked me before answering. I want to ask you that it's necessary that humble and good persons can be religious. Well, that's a good question, Harsh. Like I said earlier, a good person from religious perspective is a person with sense of, justice. Um, Also, good characters. Good characters means the person doesn't cheat, doesn't lie. And also the person has humility. And God consciousness. Um, so, so how can the person claim to be religious if they don't have that characters? They don't have that attributes. If you may say attributes, they don't have the signs, right? I mean, yes, they can claim to be religious, but from my view, it's they just claim to be religious, but they don't really understand the teaching of the religion. What do you think? But okay, you know what? I'm not forcing my view to anybody. Okay, I'm not forcing this view, of course. I would like to hear your view. Okay, Turk says he doesn't think all religious people have those values like humility, justice. Some may have it, but not all. Yes, yes, yes. I agree with you, Turk. So that's why again. So because of that, Turk. So my at least my current understanding is that they just claim to be religious, but they don't really understand the teaching of the religion. All right, Harsh said for some people, you are very good, humble, respectful, can be atheist also. Yes, yes, I agree with you. You can be atheist, right? But you can also, that's true, Harsh. I agree with you. My one friend is there. He is atheist with all good qualities. Yes, yes, yes. That's true. That's true. Yes, someone can be atheist, but they can also be. They can have that qualities. The what's the word? They have sense of justice. They don't lie. They don't cheat. Yes, true, true, true. Not all atheists are like that, by the way. And then that's my point. That's my point. Not just because that person is atheist doesn't make him you know good. So it's not the atheist that makes him the good person, same as the others. That's why from Islamic perspective, besides all those good conducts, there's an add to the most important is the God consciousness. The God consciousness. You connect to the Creator. And once you connected, you understand your Creator, then you would not have arrogance. Once you understand and connect to your Creator, then you will not have the arrogance, and you would automatically absorb this sense of humility and all. But like I said, it's there are many people who have this quality as well. And also, some friends are there who are not considered as in category of humans. They are very bad and hateful towards others, even cannot respect other families, are very religious. Yeah, that's my point. My early statement. So they claim to be religious. That's two different things. People can claim anything, right? Some of them claim to be, I don't know, they can, some claim to be, um, you know what I mean. Yeah. I went to a temple once, and there I watched that a man asked for a simple basic religious trait to the Pandit. Pandit is the religious person working in the temple. Pandit shouted at the man for money. Yeah, that's why I think many don't learn the values from religion. Yes, yes, there you go, Turk. That's what I was going to say. So they claim to be religious. So are they really religious? So yeah, because religions give actually the moral standards, in terms of what is a good person. And also, okay, let me read that. The harsh. Also, they are very hateful towards Islam. One or two friends are there who abuse Allah, and I told them we haven't any right to abuse any other religion. Well, thank you, Harsh, for reminding them. Yes, we must not insult, people's deity. Yeah, so this message goes to all, to me, to my Christian friends, to my atheist friends, to my Buddhist friends, Hindu friends, Muslim friends. We mustn't insult other people's deity. Bronx asks, which religion do you follow? I follow Islam, Bronx. Yeah, so follow Islam. Yeah. What about you? Wow, that's a very straightforward. Okay. Where are you from, Bronx? Okay. Welcome, by the way. Welcome. Welcome. I still have another 15 minutes, guys. Okay. Around 15 minutes here. Yeah, Bronx, you are welcome to share your thought here. But as long as we all are being respectful, respectful towards each other, I think everything should be okay. You should say Alhamdulillah when you say that. Okay, okay, Alhamdulillah. I told only one thing to them, As in Hindu Dharma, we consider Vishnu as our power who runs the world. Also, everyone has their own power who runs the world in their point of view. Yeah, I agree with you, Harsh. Yes, totally agree with you. Agree, agree. Yes. Okay, Turk says the hate about Islam, the stupid boys in my bus make jokes trying to act cool. Well, I visited the mosque during a famous festival and it was chill, yeah. Turk, where you from? I'm sorry, where are you, Turk, by the way? You're from Turkey, right, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think you mentioned that you're from Turkey. Turkey. Turkey, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. I just need to, I forgot. Yes, harsh. It happens everywhere. There are always some ignorance, people in every group, guys. Yeah. So as long as we are not part of the problem, guys, I think that matters a lot. And I believe there are many good people out there who don't like to entertain those kind of nonsense. Well, you spreading your hate and all that. And they're part of the problem, and like I said, I believe that there are many good people out there who are not part of the problem. Oh, I see, Turk. Your name does make everyone think you're from Turkey, but I'm actually from India. The name is just a name you got for playing online game. Okay, 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 okay. Now, remember, guys, I told you earlier in the beginning that, when I said this question, I said, prepare for brace for impact. There will be rude people coming. We'll see. Okay. Harsh said that, but not all of that. Even I'm a Hindu, but I have respect for everyone. Thank you, Harsh. That's very. See, this is the point. You don't have to. Okay, from because I'm a Muslim, like, you don't have to be a Muslim to have good characters. You can be a Christian, you can be Hindu, you can be a Buddhist, a Tao, and then an agnostic. You can still show the what's the word signs of integrity. You don't lie, you don't cheat, you're trustworthy, things like that. So yeah, guys. So let's be part of the solution. Yeah, to the world right now. The world's going cuckoo right now. The world is going cuckoo. And the problem. But there's always this religious leader. One or two religious leaders in every institution, and trying to convince the people, hey, you know what, that other group doesn't like us, that other group hate us, that other group want to hurt us, and then in the other group, they're spreading the same thing and the same hatred. And the people who's blind, who have eyes but they cannot see, um, they said, yay, let's get angry. Let's get angry, guys. Today my mood is talk about the war. Yeah, sure. Okay, Harsh. What would you like to share about the war? Go ahead, but as long as we don't attack one or group or one country, okay? I'm Hindu. Turk said, I'm not very religious though, don't take much part of religious things. So my dad gets angry by that. Still, I respect all religions. Okay, okay, Turk, I understand. Yeah. Um, I try to be a religious person. Okay, guys. To be honest, I'm trying. I'm trying to be a religious person. This is why I do this. My own way. I try to be a religious person. Mm. like Assalamualaikum, Shalom, Om Santi Santi Om, Namo Buddhaya. Who invented war? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, yeah, that's a very good question, Harsh. But you know what? I can, uh, from since you said you're Hindu, right? It reminds me of the story that I read. Mahabharat. I think what trigger war is injustice. That triggers war, injustice, the greed, greed and injustice. So maybe not invented war, but what triggered it, the sense of greed and injustice. I read the story of Mahabharat and Ramayana, right? I think those are two good examples, of how war could start. Yeah. Do I think we are going to have WW3? We are actually in the early stage of that, early days of that. We are already entering that stage, I think, in the early stage. And there's a good reason why I say that. Um, because the empire now, right? The empire today is struggling now to maintain the influence. The empire is facing challenges now from different, what do you call it? Different. I would say, I wouldn't say different kingdoms, but the one that they used to uh, put into submission. And right now, what keeps the empire strong, right, is the US dollar. The use of US dollar every time we purchase oil and gas. Every country needs oil and gas, right? Every single country in the world needs oil and gas. Now, what's happening? What today? For the last couple of decades, every single country who wanted to purchase oil and gas need to use US dollar. Okay, now that concept is being challenged. Okay, therefore this empire needs to maintain that system. But the other side says, no, this system is unjust. And therefore that's why I feel like we are already in the beginning stage of that WW3. Yeah. And it will not be the same as so if you imagine like this will be almost the same as WW2. No, it will not be. It would not be, because remember, WW2, okay, WW2 was not exactly the same as WW1. The way the battle, the way the war was conducted. The WW1 was not is the same as the the previous war, so therefore WW3, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, okay, I could be wrong, will not be in the same style, as WW2. Harsh said actually in India, our saints have made prediction that after WW3, 64 crore people will left all over the world. 64 crore. What do you mean? There are only few people left? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It makes sense. Here's the interesting part, right? It seems like there's a prophecy of big war, in every major religion, in Islam, from a Muslim perspective, right? In Islam, there is a prophecy of a big war, in Christianity, there is a prophecy of a big war. In Judaism, there's a prophecy of a big war. And correct me if I'm wrong, in Hinduism, there's a prophecy of big war. In March 2026, one of the supreme leader will die during the war, and long-term war will start in the Middle East. Guys, okay, I have to go now. Okay, there's a problem in the kitchen. Okay, so thank you for keeping me company. Okay, but we'll continue this tomorrow morning. Okay, guys. All right, there's a problem in the kitchen. I think my son is calling me. All right, take care, guys. And peace, everyone. Bye bye.